气在东方，汇聚世界的目光，谱写健康的旋律，我们在全球唱响，即是掌声之根，创新是未来希望，奉献是真诚愿望。世界气在东方，汇聚世界的目光，谱写健康的旋律，我们在全球唱响，即是掌声之根，创新是未来希望，奉献是真诚愿望。
Okay, well, hello guys. Welcome to today's another open course organized by Tian's Education and Training Department of Asian Pacific and African Business Divisions. My name is Lincoln. I think that you are familiar with my face. So today I'm going to be the host to host today's entire training event. And first of all, greeting to all the Tian's family members, distributors. Hello guys. Hello. Nice to see you here again. And I see some of your faces are very familiar. Actually, this is now the very first open course, but we have already organized 3 open course. Let's make a quick introduction. Who did attend the last trainings about the diabetes? To let me know who did attend that trainings, raise up hand to let me know that I know that you attend to the last trainings. Did someone participate in that? Yes. Okay. Wow. I see some of you raise up your hands. Okay. That was very interesting and meaningful trainings, or leading by the famous lecturers from China. Okay. A well-known and respectful ladies, Miss Wu Lanying. Okay, give us a very wonderful trainings about the diabetes, even though that the topic is a little bit difficult to understand. And I think that you still learn something from that. And I see some of your comments actually after that event. Some of you say that if the course can be given directly in English, it could be better. Of course, today we listen to you. We listen to your feedbacks. I know that you want some knowledge that delivered directly in English, and today we got it. Today is another very interesting topic. It is about the high blood pressures or the hypertensions. Actually, it is equally important with the diabetes because you know the high blood pressure also is like a time bomb, okay, for the which threaten the people's life and health. So today we are lucky enough that I bring to you one of the young lecturers, okay, the nutritionist of Malaysia and Brunas. Okay, very powerful, very young, and very energetic guy from the Asian Pacific, from Malaysia. He's Mr. Jaden, yeah, okay, from the Malaysia, which is very powerful, very professional, and full of expertise. Okay. Meanwhile, he's a very handsome boy. Okay, so I cannot wait to introduce to you our handsome lecturers, young nutritionist. Jaden's on the stage. Okay, giving you the time. Let's give a welcome, a round of applause to our young lecturers, Mr. Jaden.
Thank you, Mr. Lincoln. So, thank you, Mr. Lincoln, and welcome all our TN's family members to join my training regarding hypertension. So let's don't waste any of our time. We shall start the training as soon as possible. So let us start our training about hypertension. Is tea the remedy for high blood pressure? Just now, before we starting our training, I have seen Mr. Lincoln play a very educational video from TED Talk, and it briefly sums up what I'm going to intro, but it's okay. I will do one more revision for those who missed out that video just now. Okay, so what is blood pressure? Hypertension stands for high blood pressure. And what is blood pressure? Blood pressure is when your heart beats, your heart push the blood out from the heart into bloodstream, the pressure exerted on the blood cell wall. So when your heart beats, the pressure will be higher. This is what we call systolic blood pressure. This is the 120 value in my screen, the reading. So when the blood pumps, the value will become higher, 120. And when the blood rests, it will become 80. This is what we call diastolic blood pressure. So this 120 over 80 mmHg. mmHg is what we call millimeter of mercury. This is the standard we use to measure blood pressure. And 120 over 80 is the standard blood pressure. Although most individuals might be different, but more or less shall be the same. Shouldn't be too far apart from this 120 over 80. So let's talk about hypertension, also known as high blood pressure. Let's talk about the type of hypertension. There are 3 types of hypertension. So like I introduced just now, systolic and diastolic. If your systolic elevated, if your systolic raised, become higher, 150 over 80, but your diastolic remain the same. So in this condition, we call ISH, isolated systolic hypertension. In the opposite, if your diastolic raised, but your systolic remain the same, this type of condition we call IDH, isolated diastolic hypertension. And if both of them are raised, this is what we call mixed or combined hypertension. This is the most common hypertension we can find. ISH, isolated systolic, is also quite common, but IDH, isolated diastolic hypertension, is quite rare compared to these two conditions. So after explaining the type of hypertension, let's talk about the stages of hypertension. How intense is your hypertension? So first of all, pre-hypertension. In this condition, in this situation, your blood pressure shall be 120 to 129 over 80 mmHg, millimeter of mercury. In these stages, doctor will still not consider you as hypertension. But this is a warning sign, which means if no care is taken, this stage will eventually turn into stage 1 hypertension. So, go into stage 1 hypertension. The blood pressure shall be around 130 to 139 for your systolic, for diastolic 80 to 89. In this stage, normally you will have no symptom at all. So people will not know you having hypertension. This is why this is known as silent killer, which means you cannot know that you got hypertension. How people realize they got stage 1 hypertension? You need to know by monitoring of your own blood pressure. So this habit is very important. You need to, if able, if can, please monitor your blood pressure every morning. So let's go into stage 2 hypertension. In stage 2 hypertension, your blood pressure will be over 140 for systolic and over 90 for diastolic. In these stages of hypertension, usually is with conjunction with other disease, which means there are one disease that come before the hypertension. The hypertension is the result of that disease. The disease causes hypertension. Most common disease that will bring out hypertension is diabetes and high cholesterol, also known as high lipidemia. So I will explain that why diabetes will cause hypertension. So for diabetes patient, they are having high sugar level in their blood. So when sugar level is high, the water available in your blood will be lower because sugar took up all the place already. So with low water level, the blood concentration will be higher. The blood will be very thick, very hard to flow. In this case, your heart need to pump harder for your blood to travel through your body, resulting in higher blood pressure. Next, high cholesterol, hyperlipidemia. This is also same mechanism with the diabetes. If cholesterol in your blood is high, the water will be relatively lower and your blood will be thicker, resulting in pressure higher. But high cholesterol level is more dangerous compared to high sugar level. Why? Because cholesterol, they will tend to form a deposit, a plaque in your blood vessel. So by forming plaque or deposit in your blood vessel or blockage, it will narrow down your artery, narrow down your blood vessel, causing the blood flow having less space for the blood to flow. So the pressure also will be higher because harder to flow already. Your heart need to pump harder for the blood to flow throughout your body. So finish talking what causes hypertension. Let's talk about what will hypertension cause. First of all, cardiovascular disease. Cardiovascular stand for heart. Cardiovascular disease means the disease that heart have. Why will heart have problem? Because our heart pump harder and harder due to hypertension. Your blood harder to flow, so your heart pump harder so that the blood can flow through all your body to deliver oxygen. So every day also work hard. Eventually your heart will have problem. For example, heart attack. Your heart getting tired already, so it don't want to pump already. So you get heart attack. Secondly, stroke. Stroke is the lack of oxygen in brain. If your heart pump not enough blood, Blood will carry oxygen to all your body. If not enough, your brain will lack of oxygen. This is due to the narrow of blood vessel or blockage. If not enough oxygen in brain, will cause stroke. Third one, narrow of artery. You might be feeling weird. Narrow of artery is the reason of your blood pressure, high blood pressure, but it is also the result of your high blood pressure. Narrow of artery cause high blood pressure. High blood pressure will also cause more narrow of your artery. Why? Because your heart pump harder and harder already. So just like human, when you go to gym, when you do play with the dumbbell, you do gym, your muscle will getting bigger and bigger. And when your heart do the same, your heart pump harder and harder, it will also get muscle. If muscle tissue inside the blood vessel getting bigger and bigger, your space for blood to flow will reduce. So this is an infinite loop of hypertension. You got hypertension because of your artery got narrow, and then your artery got more narrow because you got hypertension. This is why if you have hypertension, you need to go to seek the advice from doctor. You need to go get prescription. You need to eat medicine. If not, this loop will continue and continue infinitely. Eventually, you will have blockage in your artery, lead to heart attack or stroke. Any other serious problem also will happen. So if got hypertension, if you monitor your blood pressure and you found that every day your blood pressure is high, 130 and above, please go and seek for a doctor advice. So up next is poor vision. For blood unable to supply to brain will cause stroke. If blood unable to supply to eye will cause poor vision. Your eye will have blurry vision, unable to see things clearly, tired eye, yellowish eye. This all is caused by blood not enough inside your eye. Okay, now let's talk about why you get hypertension, the causes of hypertension. It can be divided into two parts, diet pattern and lifestyle. What you eat and what you do. Our body is just like a mirror. You did everything, he saw this will cause blood vessel to be expand, causing high blood pressure. Sweet food, like I explained just now, how diabetes is dangerous for us, how diabetes will cause hypertension. Sweet food is food that high in sugar level, high in glucose level, which will easily cause diabetes and then leads to hypertension. So third, oily and fat food, which is food high in cholesterol. Like I explained just now, how hyperlipidemia will cause hypertension. Fat food or oily food will easily cause you to become obesity or high cholesterol level. This will cause you to have hypertension. Fourth one, red meat. Red meat is beef, pork, lamb. This kind of meat are considered as red meat. How red meat is going to increase our blood pressure? When we eat red meat, when we digest, metabolize red meat, it will release a type of compound named TMNO, trimethylamine N oxide, TMAO. This oxide will increase our blood pressure. So when you eat very much, when you eat many of red meat, it will increase our blood pressure due to this TMNO release. Okay, alcohol. Alcohol, actually, I give you an example. Alcohol has 7 calories per gram. Protein have 4 calories per gram. Carbohydrate have 4 calories per gram. Fats have 9 calories per gram. You can see that alcohol is almost double of protein, double of carbohydrate, which means you eat 1 kg of rice is equal to you drink 500 grams of alcohol. This is because the calorie conversion of alcohol is higher than carbohydrate, 3 to the 7. Okay, let's give you example. Salty food. Example of salty food, we have marinated food, ham, chips, sausage, bratwurst. This all kind of food being marinated is high in salt, high in sodium, will cause water level in our blood to increase, pressure also increase. Sweet food, for example, candy, chocolate, all those sweet carbonated drink, Coke, Pepsi, 7-Up, all this food, all this drink, all this beverage is high in sugar level, high in glucose level. So will cause you to easily have diabetes, leads to hypertension. Fat food, oil food, for example, fried food, fried chicken, French fries, and then pork, beef, lamb. These all food are high in cholesterol level, very fat, will cause your blood to increase in cholesterol level, and finally cause high lipidemia, high cholesterol level, and then leads to high blood pressure. Red meat. You can see that the red meat and fat food is repeated pork, beef, lamb. This can also indicate that red meat is also very high in cholesterol level, very fat. So eating red meat will also contribute to your high cholesterol. Okay, now we finish with the food that you shouldn't eat. Let's talk about lifestyle. Sedentary lifestyle. If you work all day, you never exercise, not even walking, it will highly increase the risk of your hypertension, because without any exercise, you are unable to burn your calorie. You eat food, but you didn't burn calorie, and then calorie eventually will turn into fat, and then finally leads to obesity. Obesity means the fat in your body is high, pressing your blood vessel, and then inside some more got cholesterol, causing low blood flow. Eventually, this all will lead to hypertension easily. Smoking. People who smoke will tend to have higher risk to get hypertension. Nicotine inside the cigarette will cause elevation of blood pressure level, which means every time you smoke, the nicotine will increase your blood pressure level. This is why when smoke, people will tend to have a higher heartbeat, faster heartbeat. They will feel happy because the heartbeat is hard, the blood flow is good, the blood flow very fast, high blood pressure. And then other than nicotine, when smoking, we also consume carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide will bind with our red blood cell, will bind with our hemoglobin. The main function of our red blood cell is to transfer oxygen to all our body parts. But if carbon monoxide bind with our hemoglobin, it cannot carry oxygen anymore, which means 100% of hemoglobin, if 20% bind with carbon monoxide, we only left 80% to transfer oxygen. This will reduce our oxygen transfer to all parts of our body. So our heart needs to pump harder to transfer sufficient oxygen to all our body to prevent disease like stroke, like I mentioned just now, not enough oxygen in brain, to prevent stroke, to prevent poor eye vision. So this is why smoking will cause increase in blood pressure. Drinking alcohol, like I mentioned just now, alcohol have 7 calories compared to protein and carbohydrate who only has 4 calories. Other than that, when you drink together with friends, TGIF, thank God it's Friday, you go out, you drink in bar, in club, You only drink beer. Other than beer, you also will order some food, some snacks, fried food, fried chicken wing, French fries. These all food are high in cholesterol level. So other than that, you might also smoke. People who drink will tend to smoke also. So this all together, because of the drinking event, it causes you to highly increase your blood pressure. This is why drinking will contribute to blood pressure higher. Okay, now we're done with the lifestyle. Let's talk about high-risk individual. Which group of people are easier to get hypertension? First of all, smoker. Like I mentioned just now many times, nicotine and carbon monoxide is bad for our body, will increase our blood pressure. Drinker, people who drink. I also explained just now why this will lead to high blood pressure, hypertension. Elderly, people who are old. For elderly, especially 60 years old, 70 years old and above, the older, the dangerous, the risk they will get hypertension. Why? Because their blood vessel is stiffer, means that low in elasticity, low elastic. For our young people, our blood vessel is very elastic. When heart pump, the blood flow rush out from the heart, our blood vessel is elastic, so the blood can move freely, higher space for them to flow. If elderly, their blood vessel is very hard, very stiff, not elastic. So when the heart pump, their blood vessel will tend to be steady, fixed. So the blood don't have very elastic blood vessel to flow, resulting in low flow space in our blood vessels. This is why elderly is dangerous in hypertension. Sometimes if the blood pressure is too high, the blood vessel will broke. So blood will result, if broke in brain, result in stroke. If broke in heart, result in heart attack. That's why this is very dangerous for elderly. And then people who are obese, like I said just now, sedentary lifestyle will lead to obesity. You didn't exercise, fat in your body is very high, cholesterol in your blood is very high. It will eventually lead to hypertension. Family history. This is a very interesting group of people. When I say family history, I believe many of you think that it's because DNA, genetic, gene, heritage. Your father have hypertension, so he had the heritage you got from his blood, got from his DNA, his gene. But I wanted to clarify, I wish to let you all know, this is not 100% correct. It might contribute to DNA, contribute to gene, but until a very less certain only, maybe 2%, 5% only. Most of the reason that family history will cause you to have hypertension is because the habit. You raised by your father, raised by your parent since a kid until adult. So you learn from them. They teach you what they know. You do what they do. You eat what they eat. So eventually you will pick up their habit. If they like to eat fast food, need to eat fried food, sweet carbonated drink, Coca-Cola every day, doesn't like to exercise, smoke cigarette every day, drink beer, alcohol every week, every TGI drink a lot of alcohol. Eventually, you will pick up one or two of their habit because you watch them. You watch from you are a kid until you are adult. You watch how they work, how they lifestyle. So you pick up their habit. Eventually, if you do what they do, you will get what they have. So your parents have hypertension. You do what they do. Eventually, you will also get hypertension. This is why in hospital, doctor will ask for your family history, not because of DNA, not because of gene. He want to know your habit. He want to know how your family do things, your lifestyle. So this is why family history will contribute to hypertension. Okay, I have told you why you got hypertension, food and lifestyle which causes you to have hypertension. Now let's talk about how to reduce your hypertension, how to reduce your blood pressure. First of all, whole grain food. Whole grain food, for example, oat, quinoa, brown rice. These all foods are having essential trace elements, for example, potassium, magnesium, calcium, fiber. And this food is fiber. Fiber is a type of carbohydrate that will not digest by human body. If this thing cannot digest by human body, it will not contribute to calorie, will not contribute to glucose, fat, everything also will not contribute because you cannot digest. You eat and then it pass through your excretory system, it come out. It also a fiber, it is not digested. So this is why many people who are on diet, who want to slim down, they eat a lot of fiber, they eat a lot of oatmeal because we cannot digest. We eat, we become not hungry, it will fill our tummy, but we cannot digest, we come out also fiber. So no any contribution of bad element in our body. So this is why whole grain food is very good for our body. Okay, second, fruits and vegetable. Fruits are food that are high in antioxidant. What is antioxidant? I will do some explanation on oxidation. Oxidation is a process when one object meets oxygen. For example, apple. If you cut the apple into half and then you put it on in an open area, for example, your kitchen, you put there for some time, 5 hours, 6 hours, and then you come back, you will find that your apple become brownish already, become very brownish already. This is the process of oxidation. This is the apple undergo oxidation and become like this, become brownish already. I give you another example, metal, steel, iron. If you put outside, eventually it will become rusting. Rust is also a process of oxidation. So our body, it will also have oxidation. If our blood vessel undergo oxidation, it will crack. We will have wound, hole. It will have hole in our blood vessel, which will cause lipid easier to form deposit at that area. It will form plaque. And then eventually leads to blockage. This is why oxidation is also dangerous for our body. We need to eat more antioxidant food. Antioxidant can suppress this kind of oxidation. It will lower down the risk of our oxidation. So eating fruits, add fruits into your meal, higher amount, it will reduce the oxidation level in your body. And then for vegetable consists of a compound called phytosterol. Phytosterol is the opposite of cholesterol. Cholesterol is the fat in meat. Phytosterol is the fat in vegetable. And their function also opposite. Cholesterol will bring fat into your body, causing your body to, inside your body, increase in fat. Phytosterol will bring fat out of your body, so reducing the fat in our body. This is why doctor will always call high cholesterol patient to eat more vegetable. They want the phytosterol in their vegetable. Up next, food high in potassium. For example, you can look at the picture, avocado, chia seed, banana, nuts, beans. These all food are high in potassium. Why potassium is good for our body? Like I explained just now, how salt will cause our body to increase in blood pressure. Potassium can remove salt in our body. When you eat more potassium, you need to drink more water. So when every time your urination, the salt, potassium will bring the salt come out from the urine together. So after having potassium, salt will be removed and removed from your body throughout urination. Okay, now I have talked about how you should eat, how you shouldn't eat. Maybe you feel a little bit complicated, too many things to eat, too many things not to eat. You can't remember. It's okay. Now we provide you an alternative solution, an easier way for you to reduce your blood pressure. This is our product, Tian's Anti-Lip Tea. It uses 5 types of herbs as raw ingredients, and all herbs come with unique, different benefits, and combining all together, it will turn into a great packed, health beneficial product. And then it even comes in separated packaged sachet, which can easier for you to carry around, easier for you to prepare. Now I will show you one video and visual picture on how anti-lip tea can help us in hypertension.
In daily life, human cells are affected by external pollution and metabolism, which may cause oxidative damage. In the experiment, rice was exposed to iodophore to produce an oxidative discoloration that mimicked the oxidative damage to human cells. Experiment equipment. Experiment procedure.
Sorry.
Experiment, rice was exposed to iodophore to produce an oxidative discoloration that mimicked the oxidative damage to human cells. Experiment equipment. Experiment procedures. Add 4 teaspoons of rices into beaker. Add 300 milliliter water. Add 3 full droppers of iodophore into beaker. Stir up with glass rod. The liquid with iodophore turned to dark caramel color. Scoop out 1 teaspoon of rice from the beaker. The color of rice has turned into bluish purple. This proves that the rice has been oxidized with iodophore. Take out pre-lipid metabolic management tea. Care of the individual package. Put the tea bag into the beaker. Add 200 milliliter of boiling water. Put in still for 5 to 10 minutes. The color of tea water gradually darkens. Take out the tea bag. Pour the tea into the beaker. Stir up with glass rod. The liquid color turned to light orange color eventually. The change of liquid color before and after adding the product is obvious. Scoop out 1 teaspoon of rice. The color of rice returned to white. This proves that the oxidized rice has been repaired. The change of rice color before and after adding the product is obvious. The experiment proved that Tian's lipid metabolic management tea with strong antioxidant effects can quickly repair the damage caused by oxidation.
Okay, just now from the video, we can see that the rice is being oxidized by iodophore. And then this is the oxidation process that I mentioned just now. And then they add tea, they add our antilip tea into the solution, and then the rice become white again. So this proves that our tea is a very good antioxidant. Like just now, I mentioned there are 5 traditional herbs as raw ingredient in our antilip tea. These are the 5 traditional raw material that I mentioned just now. Let's talk about them one by one. First of all, Camellia sinensis. This is also what we call tea leaf. Tea leaf is a very good antioxidant. And I would say that tea is the national beverage of China. Let me give you some statistic data. In 2016, FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization, they have did a statistic on consumption of tea, and then they found out China alone, they have consumed 21 million tons per year on 2016 alone. Maybe you cannot get the big picture. I will explain to you. 21 million tons per year is 38.6% worldwide tea consumption, which means in whole world, 40%, almost 40% of tea is consumed by China. Like this, I think this can prove that tea is the national beverage of China, of all of us Chinese. Okay, second, Simon Cassia obtusiflora. This herbs is rated as top grade herb by one of our Chinese traditional book of agriculture and medicine plant, Sheng Nong Herbal Classic. On that book, it stated that this herb is very good in lowering our blood lipid level, which is cholesterol level, improve our excretory system, which is digestive system, and improve our eyesight, make you look better, look more far, look more clear. For the third one, Folium Nelumbo nacifora. This one is lotus. Lotus is very good to improve our blood clot. Why is blood clot important for hypertension? Like I explained just now on my oxidation. Oxidation of blood vessel will cause blood crack, will cause blood vessel to have hole. If your blood clot is good, it can cover up the hole very quick, make it a smooth wall. A smooth wall compared to a wall with hole, it is very easier to let the cholesterol form plaque on it. For example, a root that is very smooth and a root which have many holes, when rain, the water retention of the smooth root is lesser compared to the root with many holes. This is the same concept with cholesterol. Next one, Gymnosperma pentaphyllum. This is also a very good herb that has been rated as second ginseng. It has a very good antioxidant feature, able to lower our blood pressure level and lower our blood lipid level. Okay, Radix polygonum multiflorum. This is also rated by one of the best herbs by our another book of agriculture and medicinal plant book, Materia Medica. This book explained that Radix polygonum, how good is it? It is good for heartache, heart pain, and good for our blood circulation. It can detoxify our body well, lower our blood lipid level, and lower our blood pressure level. Okay, now we're done with the anti-lip tea. I would like to add on few more products that can also help to reduce our blood pressure effectively. Tian's chitosan capsule. It consists of main active component chitosan. What is chitosan? Chitosan is a type of fiber that we extract using high-tech biological technology from crustacean. Crustacean is those sea creature with soft shell, hard shell. Example, lobster, shrimp, prawn, crab. These all are considered as crustacean. And we extract the chitosan out because the chitosan have a very good effect in inhibiting clotting and assimilation of lipid, which prevent lipid to form blockage in our blood. And then act as a magnet to absorb heavy metal. Every year we eat so many seafood. Seafood contribute to heavy metal in our body. And then chitosan can help to act as a magnet, suck all heavy metal out from our body. And then strengthen our immune system and regulate blood repeat, blood pressure, and blood sugar level. Up next, we have Vigorous capsule. Vigorous capsule, the main active component inside is resveratrol. This is a main component from grape extract and is the main reason why wine is so good. Red wine is so good in foreign country. Why is it so good for health? Because it has a very good antioxidant effect, can reduce blood viscosity, which means make your blood less thicker and reduce the risk of inflammation and lower your LDL level. LDL is what we call bad cholesterol. There are two types of cholesterol, LDL and HDL. HDL is what we call good cholesterol. It can bring cholesterol out from our blood. And then LDL will bring cholesterol into our blood and forming blockage, plaques, all those bad things. So Vigorous capsule can help to reduce the LDL in our blood. Up next, we have Tian's Benefit capsule. Benefit capsule, main active component is gypinoxide. What is gypinoxide? Sounds familiar. Gypinoxide is one of the herbs that I mentioned just now in anti-lip tea, Gymnosperma pentaphyllum. Now we use this alone and turn into another capsule because it is too good. It has a strong suppressing effect toward nitrite oxide. Nitrite oxide is a very strong strong free radical. Free radical will cause oxidation, will cause a very strong oxidation. So gypaenoxide can reduce the oxidation very well, which is very good for our body. So let's see about its health benefit. Strong antioxidant, like I explained just now, lower blood pressure, lower blood sugar level, and lower blood lipids level. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you all for your time to participate in this training. Now I shall pass the floor back to Mr. Lincoln.
Okay, well, thank you for your lectures, wonderful lecture trainings about this very important topic, hypertension. I think that in modern times, since we have more and more food choice on our tables, there are some like junk food, McDonald's, okay, unhealthy lifestyles. People always work in office, sedentary lifestyles. It can contribute to the hypertension. It's like we are living in the modern age, we are more likely to have those hypertension due to the healthy lifestyles. And thank you, Mr. Jaden, for giving us the introductions of what is hypertension and the lifestyles, also from the diet, and also from the nutrition supplement to help us to manage the hypertension. And meanwhile, that I would like to share is that you need to always measure your blood pressure level. Is that true, Mr. Jaden? To know yourself better.
Yes, correct. Frequently monitoring of our own blood pressure is very important, because for doctor, you cannot go to clinic or any healthcare center and ask doctor to check your hypertension level. Unlike hyperlipidemia and high glucose level, blood pressure, we don't have a test for blood pressure. We don't have a test to let doctor know whether you have blood hypertension or not. You need to stay in home, do frequent monitoring, every day record your own blood pressure. For example, 1 week. Normally, doctor will ask for 1 week, or some will ask for 2 weeks. And then you take your records, give it to the doctor, and then doctor will decide that whether you need to take medication or not. This is how nowadays doctor decide to diagnose you with hypertension, because we don't have a exact test for you to test for hypertension.
Yes, exactly. Yes. So thank you. Really wonderful and really powerful trainings. And especially, you know, that the Tian's lipid tea is a well-sold product both in the Asian Pacific and also in the Africas. I'm sure that we do have some participants that we are willing to share some of their stories, okay, since we have such a wonderful opportunities. And you know that I would like to ask that, is there any participant that want to share, maybe to share your stories about the Tian's lipid tea, or share your stories about hypertension, or you just have some like questions that want to ask or Mr. Jaden, nutritionist, okay, who can give you a very professional advice, okay, how to manage your hypertension and also helping you to live in a better life. Okay, so do you have like any volunteers? I see that we have participant raising up the hand. Okay, Dr. Whitney, yes, from the Africans. I know that the Tian's lipid tea is the best selling product in the Africans. So I would like to give the chance first to the African Dr. Whitney. Please share with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much for today's training. It's really said so much about our Tian's products, especially the anti-lipemic tea, and the method and how these things work in the body to get the type of results that we normally have at the end of the day. So it gives us a lot more confidence to use these products effectively for a problem like high blood pressure that is highly endemic and is almost everywhere in Africa. High blood pressure has become a very big problem. Personally, it was one of my problems when I joined TNS. I started having high blood pressure quite early in life when I was quite young, and my pressure was already about 120 to 130 at a very young age. And there was nothing much I could do with the normal medication. That at that age, if I start taking drugs, it means that I won't stay too long, because we understand the side effects of drugs. So when I joined TNS, it was one of the things that by the time I started using anti-lipemic tea, chitosan and grape extract, I had wonderful results. Wonderful results up till today, that have quite grown in age, but my BP continues to be normal, between 120, sometimes even less than 120, just about that, which means that these products really did a wonderful job on me. And while I was doing that, I equally noticed that some other of my problems were equally corrected, like ulcer, like I had a very bad immune problem, because I was always coming down with flu. Always my nose keeps running every time, which was a big problem. But these products actually helped in dealing with all of that. But today, as we speak on TN's anti-lipemic tea and other products of TN's, I just look back and realize that anybody who really wants to have a solution to high blood pressure without the side effects of drugs should use these products effectively. Like our young trainer has given us some other things that we can use. As we are using them, we are getting benefit, but we hardly have those things readily to use all the time. But something like anti-lipemic tea, if we make it a habit, which after today, I think I will have to increase my use of anti-lipemic tea a lot more. If possible, if I can be doing it every day, I've seen that the more we do it, the better results we are going to have. So I'm so happy about today's training. I am going to use it more effectively. And in fact, the way Dennis made the presentation, I've never had it this way before. And it was very simple and straight to the point. So I think it's a wonderful day that we had today. Thank you so much. I was telling my brother just yesterday that I don't know what my life would have looked like if I was not in TNS in terms of my health. So I think this is a message that we should send to everybody. Everybody should be interested in their health, as much as these products are not so difficult to get than any other type of medication. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, doctor. Thank you, doctor, for your wonderful sharings, your personal stories. Thank you again. And also now it's a time, let's invite some of the product users who get benefit from the TN's product, and also very important leaders in the Asian Pacific. Mohammed Ikra, yes, Mohammed Ikra, Misters. So please, you can share your stories.
Hello, everybody. First of all, I would like to pay my heartfelt gratitude to our highly honorable mentor, Mr. Jaden. Really, he has delivered extraordinary training, and I believe this training will go for a long, long way to promote our miraculous products, amazing products. And I would like to congratulate all the participants that they have got a chance to obtain such a nice, logical, scientific training. I believe after having this training, it will be far more easier for all of us to promote these products in more scientific and logical way. I'm working in TNS for the last 18 years. I'm the member of TNS Global Education Council, and I'm also the first distributor here in Pakistan who achieved the title of international trainer. So I deliver trainings regarding products and system also for the last more than 1 decade. So I would like to express my experiences regarding our miraculous product like lipid metabolic tea, chitosan, and grape extract. All of participants know it very well that CVD, cardiovascular diseases, is the #1 killer in the whole world. If I talk about Pakistan, in every minute, 6 people are being died because of this fatal disease. If I talk about world, in every second, lot of people lost their lives because of CVD, cardiovascular diseases, cerebrovascular diseases. Our miraculous products like lipid metabolic tea and chitosan, along with grape extract, these are having really miraculous result. If I would like to talk about grape extract, it is having resveratrol factor. Actually, resveratrol factor strengthening the cardiac muscles, and it is very good to keep the elasticity of our blood pressure. Our blood, if we join our blood vessels from head to tail, it covers the distance of 96,000 kilometers. It means that if we join our blood vessels from head to tail, it covers 2.5 time the distance of whole world. So in our body, blood circulatory system play vital role. Actually, blood play the role of transportation. It take toxin from our cellular level and it provide nutrients to our cellular level. If we are having our circulatory system healthy enough, so it help us to enhance our immunity, and when the nutrients will be provided to cellular level in appropriate manner and toxin will be expelled from our body in appropriate manner, this help us to enhance our immunity, and this also help us to strengthen our vital organs. So if we want to save ourselves, our family, and our whole society from CVD, the #1 killer disease in the world, so we have to promote our grape extract. Similarly, I would like to express few words regarding our miraculous products like lipid metabolic tea and chitosan. These products are very good for expelling the toxin created in our body, because of dietary pollutants, aqua pollutants, environmental pollutants, and pollutants of modern civilization. We keep on getting a lot of pollutants from these 4 factors, and these pollutants keep on decelerating the extraordinary efficiency of our body organs. If we keep on getting our vital organ decelerated for a longer period of time, so this phenomena take us from sub-health condition to disease situation. So if we want to get our toxin expelled from our body, these products, lipid metabolic tea and chitosan, play vital role. Along with getting our body free from toxin, chitosan and lipid metabolic tea play a vital role to enhance the efficiency of our vital organs like heart, kidneys, spleen, respiratory system, liver. So if we want to prevent ourselves, our family, our society from different diseases, especially related to our vital
Okay, sorry, sir. It seems that you got internet connection problems. Okay, well, anyway, thank you for your wonderful sharing and extra knowledge about the hypertensions. Okay, and also thank you for sharing your understanding. I see a lot of guys have questions regarding to today's topic. So let's give like two more Q&A, okay, to the house. So I see that it is Mr. Naimul Kabir. Yes, you're raising up your hand. So, okay. Do you have any questions regarding to today's topic? Any questions to Mr. Jaden, or you have your stories you want to share? Please.
Thank you, Mr. Wang, to give me the opportunity to say something. At first, I like to give special thanks to Mr. Jaden to excellent scientific session. I am Mohammad Niamul Kabir. I am from Bangladesh. I am a Star Gold Lion, and I am also an Ayurvedic physician. I'm working with TNs since 2006. From then, me and my family using the TNs product, especially my genetic problem is hypertension. My family status, everyone is suffering an hypertension. But when I came to TNs, from the beginning, I use this product, cleansing product like lipid metabolic management tea. Also, I'm using the grape extract chitosan regularly. And I think as for hypertension, already our Pakistan friend says lots of, so I don't like to ruin time. I only want to add one thing to Mr. Jaden. That's from the beginning, since 2006, I'm using one product of TS, which is multifunction healthcare apparatus, associated with the Antility and others product consume. If you use externally this device at our head regularly, it also keep our blood pressure stable. And also it keeps our brain from the radiation, mobile radiation and other things. So I think if we add hypertension controlling with this device, it good. So thank you everyone. At last I want to show my gratitude and my thanks to Dr. Lizinian to give the world, all over the world, the excellent chance opportunity, then people can be healthy and also become wealthy by the TNs. Thanks everyone.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Niamul Kabir. Okay, thank you for your sharing, and you're also sharing about the multifunctional healthcare product. This is really a magical product. It has functions, both vibration massage, weak radio beam light, and also we have like those electrical charge that can balance the cell's potentials. Also help to manage the hypertension. Thank you for your sharings. And also, yes, we have the last chance, I think, to the house that who have the problems, who have the who want to receive some advice from the Mr. Jaden's. Okay, so you can raise your hand, and don't be shy. You know, even though that our lecturer is a really handsome young boy, okay, it is okay to ask any questions. He's ready. Yes, I see that it is Mr. Chirag. Yes, Mr. Chirag. You raise up your hand. Okay, I saw that from your yes. You
Yes, it's a good morning, and I love Tians. It's a better Tians life. So I just joined last month, and I use multi-head care, apparatus massager, then blood circulation massager, then AccuLife also, the amazing product in the Tians who gave us in this market, because there are lots of marketing companies are there in the Gujarat, Ahmedabad, like Vestige, then My Lifestyle, Herbalife. But the Tians product is a unique product. Within a 1 month, I make different IDs and sell minimum 4 lakh rupees within a 10 to 15 days. Then the coordinator and the supporter is very excellent. So as other compared to the other companies, I like the Tians product is very best. All the Tians product like toothpaste, shampoo, hair oil, bath soap, all these things are available in my home because we are using this product is an amazing result. And I last heard the Jaden sir, he explained everything in deeply. I have never heard this type of education because I am always attending the Palvi Basnayak seminar also. But the excellent knowledge of the Jaden is a very excellent, sir. I extremely very what is it that very is a clever and very is lucky to join and give me some time to given the opportunity to say something about this the Tians and everything. So I have nothing worse about the Tian's product because lots of in Gujarat there are lots of network marketing company, but the against of the Tian's nothing, because the result of cordyceps, multivitamins, T poly, then gymnema for diabetes, and the multivitamins, and Fe plus for hemoglobin added and increase. The lots of cases in the Gujarat is the lower blood pressure, then lower hemoglobin, hair falling, the skin improvement, lots of amazing products in the Tian's. So I am very proud of you, proud of me that I am connected in this Tian's company, because without Tian's life is nothing, sir. So I am very embarrassing that I am suffering lots of disease, and I take this Tian's product, and I took result from this every product like zinc, Fe plus, multivitamin, amazing products, sir. So I have nothing to say words about Tian's, and I proudly thanks to Lee Junior. He gives this type of a platform to stay with us, and given the opportunity to join in the Tian's company. So I never to say lots of money, because this is the first time my seminar in your team. So I am very proud of me. So I have improve my skill like Jaden sir. I really salute sir, because your knowledge is very powerful, very excellent, depending on the every product like blood pressure, then how to control the sugar, the metabolism, obesity. So I am really very impressive for your knowledge. So I keep your improve my knowledge with your seminar, because Palvi Vasnayak give me the link and I supposed to join in your seminar. So I request you, sir, please send me your link, because I have to vision is a level of top level. I am not interested to sell like retailing. I have to show the excellence knowledge about me, who I have give you as compared to the doctors. I also provide the BCM, AccuLife, and headcare massager to the physiotherapist doctor. Yesterday, I sold 7 multi-functional headcare massager to different type of physiotherapist doctor. I given the demo him, and he realized that this is the unique product in Tian's. AccuLife is the best, blood circulation massager is the best, because sir, I know that lots of product in the Tian's, but some products is escape in the India, is not available. Like I took a photo like Tian Benefi capsules is not available here in Gujarat. Then Tian's Vigoros capsule is not also available in this India. Chitosan is also available. Then meet the team like Vigoros. These all 3 things is not product launch in India. Maybe later time it will become, but we are already work on the Tian Zinc, Gymnema. Is all the very better and very excellent products, sir. So thank you very much for joining us, and also to give me the opportunity to give us some chance to say something. So best of luck, better Tians, better life. I love Tians. I love IDNet system. We are gold. We all are diamonds, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you for your wonderful sharings. Okay, Mr. Chirag, if I speak your name, pronounce your name correct. Thank you for your sharings, and I wish you have a very wonderful career in Tians. Okay, and enjoy your happy life. See, yes, and by the way, before very end, okay, last but not least, I received the questions from the chat box to Mr. Jadens. Okay, the questions goes like, does hypertension always linked with diabetes for elderly? So this is a questions to Mr. Jadens. Okay, so does the hypertension always have the relationship with the diabetes for people who are in the elder age?
Okay.
Okay.
Like I mentioned just now, we have 3 stages of hypertension: pre-hypertension, stage 1, and stage 2. For stage 1 hypertension is that you don't have any associated disease before hypertension. You just got hypertension only. This is a very rare condition because normally people will straight go to stage 2. They will come from diabetes or hyperlipidemia, high cholesterol level. And the question is diabetes, hypertension always linked with diabetes for elderlies? I would say that it's high risk, not always, not confirmed, not 100%. But if you got diabetes for elderly, it have higher chance that will lead to hypertension. But it's not 100% need to, because everybody in their body is different. Some people, I don't know about your elderly glucose level, I don't know about his cholesterol level. All these things are very hard to say, but there's a chance, there is an increased chance for the elderly who have diabetes to get hypertension also. So need to take care on this more in order to prevent this from happening.
Okay, thank you for your answer. Okay, this is questions goes from the Mr. Ari. Yes, Mr. Ari, I hope that your answers are your questions are answered. Okay, yes, thanks. Okay, so I'm delivered the thanks from the Mr. Ali. Okay, thank you for your answering, Mr. Jadens. And at the end, that I would like to once again like to summarize. You know that actually, if you listen very carefully about today's topic, actually, Mr. Jaden did not mention any drugs that help you immediately lower your blood pressures, but instead, all the trainings he mentioned about healthy lifestyles, because you know that we do have some drugs that immediately can lower your blood pressure, but you know that the drugs is always not good for our body. We have some tolerance. We got friends who have hypertension who got like tolerance to the drugs, so he keep intaking more drugs, but at the end that you know the drugs lose the functions, so he still suffer from the hypertension. But since the Mr. Jaden teach us how to live in a healthy lifestyles to regulate the blood pressures, for example, you can participate in more sport, exercise, you can have a healthy diet. Okay, you just get rid of those sweet, yes, those junk food, those oily food. You manage the amount of red meat that you intake. This is very important. And what leaves me a very good impression is that Mr. Jaden said it is not strong correlation between the genetic factors and to the hypertension. It is always about the lifestyles, because you know that if the fathers have the like we call it like unhealthy lifestyles, it may influence the children's, the entire families. So this is very important. So as health promoters, TN's family members, we are doing the health business. It is our responsibilities to teach us to share the health preservation concept to as much people as possible, just as Mr. Jaden did today. Okay. You can see that how wonderful the language, how wonderful the knowledge, how powerful the knowledge. Just sitting here, so Mr. Jaden has influenced, I think, more than 100, 200 people. All of you listen to Mr. Jaden's lectures, and you know how to cope with the hypertension. You know the solutions. You know how to live in a healthy life. Before today's training, maybe you don't care about your diet. You just eat whatever you want. You just sit here. After meal, you just lie on your couch. Yes, you enjoy your time. You're kind of like you don't do the sport. But after today's trainings, something changed. A little change may lead to a very good and profound result in your future life. And you see that in order to have wealth, you need health before. Yes, you need health, so you're gonna create more wealth. So this is important. Yes. I hope you guys, after today's trainings, after listening to Mr. Jaden's wonderful lectures, you can have wealth and health together. So this is a very purpose that why we join TNS, isn't that? I hope that today you like today's trainings. Okay, we do listen to your advice. You want 100% English lectures, And now we got Mr. Jaden so giving to you. So please once again help us to fulfill the surveys. Okay, we want to listen your feedbacks, what you want, what you expect, what topic you want to learn. So we're gonna prepare the next excellent lectures, and I hope that we have more chance to invite Mr. Jaden to share with us. You can see that he's a really professional nutritionist and health consultant. So you know that it's very pretty that we don't have enough time. It is already like the 2 hours, almost 2 hours. So I'm so sad to say this is the end of today's training, but I would like all of you in the house once again give a round of applause to our young nutritionist, Mr. Jaden. Okay, thank you for your participations, and Mr. Jaden prepared this training really well. Okay, he made all the way the presentation himself. He organized all the content, and we do the rehearsals. Really good job. Thumbs up to you, Mr. Jaden. Good job, good job, and also good work for all of you who participate. Okay, sacrifice your 2 hours staying with us, improve your knowledge, and improve your life quality. So I think that's it for today's training, but we have more trainings coming. So next time I expect you to invite your friend, your family member, whoever you would like to share our trainings, because we are really helping people to live in a healthy life. And that's it for today's trainings. Okay, so thank you again, Mr. Jaden. Thank you again to all the participants. Okay, so that's it for today's trainings. Yes, really nice to see you here online. So let's see finally. So goodbye, guys. Okay, have a nice day. Have a good night. No matter what time you are, you know that this is really international. So trainings. Okay, take care and wish you the best. Okay, see you on the next one. Okay, see you. Bye bye. Salute. See you. See you. Bye bye. Thank you, Jaden. Thank you. Good job. Good job.
Thank you, Mr. Lincoln.